So the shout out command, a lot of people have it. So I could do a shout out right now. Shout out the Zooted 420. So a lot of streamers have this command on their stream to feature other streamers, and I leverage some tools to create an auto shout out command. So anybody that shows up in my stream, it shouts them out. And the reason I created it was anybody that shows up in my stream, and if they're a streamer, I want to see a funny clip from them. So this is a normal thing that everybody has. So you hit the SO, it drops a message, it shouts out their channel, and it pops up a clip. And there's a lot of pieces to this auto shout out that I created. And it actually started out in phases. Like when I first started streaming in October of 2020.
Yeah, that's a lot of experience stuff.
And it's been a long time. When I started streaming in October of 2020, shout out commands were kind of a new thing. And what it started out with is your shout out command itself. So in your bot, whether it's Stream Elements, Streamlabs, Nightbot, WiseBot, whatever, you have a shout out command like this one right here. And every single bot has options to pull variables. And in my case, I just pull like the name. So I shouted out Zudu420. So this dollar bracket, dollar curly one curly, it just pulls that argument from the command. I have a whole list of the different bots that you can use and how to pull those variables. So here's the shoutout command for Stream Elements, the shoutout command for Streamlabs, the shoutout command for Nightbot. So everything starts with that shoutout command. Once you have that shoutout command, you can have a shoutout overlay. And right now, I know there's two tools that you can use. So there's Clippy, which is by efuse.gg, and then and we're just gonna go through Twitch Guru because it's free. But you just put your username in here. Turn on off channel reward options. I don't know what that is. Off. Max clip duration, you don't really have to mess with at all. Mute, I actually don't like muting it because I don't like muting it because I like hearing people scream. I like hearing people laugh. I think hearing the clip is worth it. And what you get is this browser source URL. So you take this browser source URL, you can just copy the clipboard here. And you go to OBS, what is it? And you add a browser source. How to add a browser source. There's like tutorials on how to add a browser source. You don't need me to teach you how to add a browser source if you're streaming. But you add that browser source, and that's what hooks up the shoutout command to this window that pops up. So yeah, shoutout player free version from Twitch Guru, or you can use Clippy by eFuse. I use Clippy, I think it's a little cleaner. Twitch Guru was having some issues in the past, so they have beefed up their infrastructure and no longer have issues. So Twitch Guru and Clippy are both good options for the shoutout overlay. And the last step is lioranboard. So lioranboard is this bad boy right here. And so you come to, if you just search lioranboard 2 right here, lioranboard 2, download 64-bit. Ain't nobody running 32 bits anymore. 64-bit, you install it, and then you get this guy. once you get lioranboard, you're going to do Twitch connections. I check all these boxes because I want lioranboard to be able to listen for everything. So lioranboard can do your when there's a new subscriber, when there's new bits, when someone redeems a channel point. It can send chat messages, but then you want to open this URL to get a token for lioranboard, and that's how you connect a lioranboard to your Twitch. So you open this URL, and you know it's gonna ask you for a bunch of permissions, and you click authorize. Good, lioranboard is ready to go. I got a new token. It expires on 5/11/2022. You can always revoke that token if it's somehow leaked. I'm not sure, like if lioranboard got hacked. But from here, mine has a few of them, but you're just going to create a new deck. You can edit deck. It's actually really big to begin with. 10 by 10 it makes for really small buttons on any phone. Yeah, so you can create a deck, and then lucky for everyone else, I just exported my button to JSON. So I'm gonna link this document. You can just take all this, you can copy it, come to lioranboard, right click import from JSON, and you have your auto shoutout button. You don't have to do anything. This will just work. The only thing that you would want to do is edit these. I should probably add another comment. I add known streamers that I don't want to shout out here, including myself and stream elements. And so what this button does, start from here. So looking at the triggers, it listens for any Twitch chat message. So this star means any Twitch chat message, take it in. And then what it does is it creates a streamer's object which stores the chatters that it has seen. And so what I'm doing here is I'm pre-populating with myself because I don't ever want to shout myself out, and stream elements because I know that this tool will improperly shout out stream elements. Even though stream elements is not a streamer, it will shout them out. So it does some initialization. You don't really have to worry about that. But what happens, you don't really have to know this. You can just skip all this, but I'm just explaining it. The trigger pool data. So the trigger pool data, it knows how to pull the information from the chatter. So the display name and the user ID. From there, I use the user ID to get channel info. And this if statement, if channel info.game name is none, that means that the person does not have a recently streamed game. And so that is my indicator for like if someone is a streamer or someone is just a viewer. And then I check in my list of have I seen you in chat, I check for that sender and I save it in this scene variable, and then I switch. So if scene is undefined, that means I haven't seen them. That's their first time chatting, and they are a streamer because we checked that they had a last game info. Shout them out, and then mark them as, hey, they are seen. Again, you don't have to know any of this, but I just wanted to explain it. All right, so that's it. The auto shoutout will work as is. You can find me on Twitch, JLBanger, and I stream Monday, Fridays, 9 p.m. HST. And any questions, you can also hit me on Discord. I like helping people. That's basically what I like to do. That's why I made this video. So thank you. Shoots.